Every once in a while, I step on board a boat and my instincts start to argue with each other. Because on paper, and this is purely from an offshore sailor's perspective, this hull shape is not what my body is wired to trust. It's low and it's flat and it's wide and it's light. And everything in my experience says that this is not the shape you choose when your priority is punching the weather or living offshore year after year. And yet, here I am, contemplating, can someone not only live, but really thrive aboard this boat? Because once you get aboard it, once you move through it and sit in it and feel how it's laid out and start noticing all the little small, thoughtful decisions, that kind of messes with the certainty. There's a level of comfort and usability and really human-centered design here that you don't usually see executed this cleanly. The Pegasus 50 doesn't feel like a stripped-out racer pretending to be a cruiser. It feels like a very deliberate machine, engineered around ease of movement and simplicity of handling and actually enjoying your time out on the water. And that puts me in a strange place because as an offshore sailor, my gut is still screaming warnings. But now that I've spent some time aboard this boat, I'm really not convinced that this automatically disqualifies her as a long-term cruiser. It's not going to be fun upwind. There is no sugarcoating that. But if you're willing to trade some of that for a fast, easy to handle, extremely comfortable, well-engineered boat that's genuinely fun to sail, then there is absolutely a subset of sailors out there that this boat makes a ton of sense for. So in this video, I want to walk you through why this design initially set off alarm bells for me, what changed once I experienced the boat properly, and why I think the Pegasus 50 might actually work, like really work, for the right kind of long-term cruiser. Welcome to the Pegasus 50. I hope you really enjoy the tour. What's up, everybody? I got a very special video for you again. I'm at the Cannes Boat Show with Marco. Marco is the builder and owner of Pegasus yachts. And Pegasus is a new company that I've kind of been dying to see, and they're branding a brand new performance cruising sailboat. So when I hear performance cruising sailboat, my little ears perk up. This is the first chance I've gotten to see this boat. So Marco is generous enough to say that he would take us on a tour. Let's go see what he's got.
Sure. Hello everyone. And thanks for opportunity talking about our boat.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you. Thank you. So we are on Pegasus 50, 15-meter hull length. We started the project in 2019 and launched the first boat in times of COVID.
Oh, wow.
So good and bad at the same time. We had more time to develop and think. We are focusing on performance cruising blue water sailing. No way of talking racing, but we are still actually developing in two directions. First is comfort and safety at sea, not in a marina. I mean, we try not to be a marina boat.
Yeah.
This is how we try to distinct from other concepts. The other direction is reducing the weight where reasonably possible.
Yeah.
During the build, using good materials. We are selecting equipment which is renowned for longevity and repairability in remote places.
Cool.
And things like that.
That's good.
Yeah, I mean, before I was involved with another brand which I was responsible to develop, Shipman. And these boats went around the world, and I was involved in some complicated repairs in Puppet and these places. Happens, yes. And there I understood how important it is to have a simple platform.
Oh, man, more builders should understand exactly that. Simplicity is key when you're offshore.
Yes, exactly. You know, our vision is less is more.
Yeah, perfect.
Although, we see customers coming from electric cars and said, if I have my BMW i3, I want to have electric boat. But it's not that straightforward. It's not that simple.
It's really cool.
Seriously?
Yeah,
I know he was looking forward to seeing this boat too.
Not a lot of boats I'm impressed by. He knows I'm more critical than complimentary.
Oh, nice.
There's a lot of neat stuff down here. Yeah, the folding chair for the nav, all that. The counter.
We don't give it away. We're filming. This is how we make our money.
Yeah,
we're foreshadowing.
Have I not ruined most of your videos already?
See you later, man.
So less is more. Less complexity is more freedom.
I absolutely, abhorrently agree with you.
Yeah.
Some of these boats are crazy
Yeah,
complicated.
yeah.
Okay, so you said you made it light. What's it weigh?
Dry weight, when we put her on the truck, plus mast, included all blue water equipment like water maker, generator, is 11.7 tons.
Wow.
Now you will see bike, dinghy, sails, half tanks, 13 tons.
Wow, that's still very light for a 50-foot
maximum,
boat.
Maximum load, I think, not more than 14, half, 15. That's a maximum. And the keel at lightweight condition is 33%.
Wow, really?
Yes.
Oh, that's great.
Yes, we try to keep.
So it's still
keel
not
ratio.
tender, even though it's a lightweight boat.
Actually,
Nicely done.
she is tender in terms of stability, because I wanted to design a very symmetric hull, just for safety. You know, modern voluminous boats, when they heel, they tend to go bow down.
Yes.
I mean, it's fine for a day sailing, but I mean, it does not really contribute to the safety of people on board.
I don't like that either. Is this?
Yeah.
So the configuration is there's a fixed keel bolted on.
Yes.
There's two rudders.
Exactly.
They're connected by a cable in between.
No, by a fixed
by a
rod.
rod. Nicely done.
Two rudders means safety in many ways. And one might argue that not having a rudder behind the prop would reduce maneuverability. I don't think so, because we use oversized rudders.
Plus, that's mitigated by a bow thruster. You have a bow thruster, so you don't have to worry about it.
Our appendages are designed for low-speed maneuverability in ports.
Okay.
To sail at proper speed, the areas could be smaller, but you know, comfort is also the level of stress in maneuvers and marinas and so on.
And how much you use the boat depends on how maneuverable it is. Because that's actually something people get into, and they buy this boat, say like a double ender that doesn't go backwards well, and then they never use it because they're afraid to take it out, because they're afraid to hit other boats. I've seen it so many times.
So in general, a cockpit from, let's say, a standard boat for 60 centimeters, this is more than this. This is 38 centimeters.
Okay.
So 60 centimeters lower. With lowering cockpit, we lost the standing height in the aft part under the cockpit, so we don't have aft cabins.
Yes.
But we have excellent technical rooms, which I will show you later. And by lowering cockpit, we came closer to the salon. Not only closer, we also lifted salon for 30 centimeters. So we are only 2 steps apart.
Yeah,
so
that's a good idea.
when you're outside, you're actually in visual contact with people in the salon. So we wanted to increase a livable area.
I think that you're on the cusp of the next version of sailboats, because Blue Water's building a boat like this, Moody has a boat like this, you guys, I mean, this is really a nice plan to use the boat.
I mean,
for usability. You're not in a cave anymore.
To be honest, motorboaters, they started this in US in 50s.
Yeah.
So we sailing people, we are maybe a little bit behind, but
well, we're traditional.
yes. Yes.
We like our tradition.
Yeah. So I would not disagree if somebody would say that this is a motorboating concept. I would agree.
Okay.
Yeah. Although I'm, let's say, interested in performance sailing or
Speaking of the performance sailing, did taking the cockpit from being a big, huge covered wagon cockpit down and making it low profile, does that help with the pointing ability and the sailing ability?
It helps with stability.
Okay.
It lowers the vertical center of gravity, and the more stability you have, the less driving force you generate. If you ask me in percentage how much this is, I can't say, but
it does help.
But on the other side, having fixed protection roof and main sheet arch adds weight. So we are lowering everything, but we are adding weight above the deck, which at the same time raises the VCG.
Yeah.
But you know, this is I strongly believe cockpit protection is a king.
Yeah.
It's not only wind, it's not only rain, it's mainly the sun.
So just in case you guys don't know, this arch here is structural with the boat. This has to be very, very strong, because this is where they're mounting the traveler
sheet.
for the main sheet.
Yes.
Whenever you do this, you need something super duper duper strong. That's actually an engineering feat
Yes.
to put that up there.
This arch we produce in one shot infusion. It weighs 42 kilo.
Wow.
42 kilo. But in the center, it takes 2 tons of the main sheet load.
That's
so
amazing.
just
It's strong
to
as
put
hell.
a little
It's a
bit
carbon?
yeah, full carbon. This is and the roof is 70 kilo. It's walkable.
Also
and
carbon?
Carbon, yes.
With a Divinycell in it or something?
Yes, with PVC, yes, Divinycell.
Love it.
All together is 100, including windows, is 150 kilo, which other boats doesn't have, you know. So I strongly believe protection against the elements is a key for future of sailing.
Yeah.
You know, it's sun, it's moisture.
Yeah.
You know, we have side covers which we normally put over the railing, you know, for the low sun.
Yep.
We still get air, fresh air.
Yep.
Ne? Or in the evening we just drop it and we leave the cushions, everything, it's not wet.
Yeah.
Ne?
Perfect.
And if one wants to open the roof, this is easily foldable for.
Yeah, you can just roll that back
yes.
and watch
Exactly.
the stars.
Exactly.
Wow, I like the setup, man. It looks nice. It's I normally prefer to have boats that are center cockpit, but this is a nice rear cockpit boat.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
So, talking about simplicity, I mean, we could do this with the cylinders, electrical, hydraulical, but I think simplicity and
Much better.
the rope and electric winch,
I love it.
that works.
That's the way to go, man.
All 4 winches electric.
Good job. Too many times I've seen these, and actually we did a delivery together. I'm not going to say what brand, but this thing broke, and we didn't have it for, I think, from Bermuda to the Azores and Azores to Gibraltar, and then all the way up Spain. We couldn't use it.
Yeah.
And we couldn't put the dinghy away. It was a pain in the ass.
I mean, in general terms, having a platform is a critical.
Yeah.
On if you have waves, if you're at the anchor and you have a big motorboat passing, creating wave, you know, the waves hit from underneath. This has certain volume, so the platform gets lifted.
Yeah.
But the thing is, you know, if you have a fixed cylinder, the cylinder can get bent, and what do you do then?
Yeah, exactly. Or some of these, what they do is they route it up in here and goes back inside this, and it makes it a huge pain.
So the dinghy garage.
Oh, that's nice.
What we normally do, initially we planned to put inflated dinghy 2.6 meter across, but you know, we are sailors in general, lazy people, and to get the dinghy in is quite complicated. And I realized immediately this is not going to work. So what we do now, we supply with the boat 3.5 meter dinghy with inflatable bottom, like stand-up paddle. And we put the dinghy in longitudinally backwards. You open the valves and you just fold it half.
That's a good idea.
With dinghy in like this, you get space on both sides of the dinghy. One side for the ball fenders, which you have to store somewhere if you do not deflate. And on the other side for, let's say, a flying sail or whatever. And then when you need the dinghy, you need exactly 1 minute. We have remote controlled air pump.
Oh, it's already set up?
Yeah,
and
you just
that's perfect.
1 minute.
I like that. And you know the technology for these kinds of dinghies, they call it box stitched for SUPs and dinghies. And it's gotten so good that they're almost like having a fiberglass bottom now.
We use Torqeedo electric outboards. For example, in Martinique, in Le Marin, to get to the shop and back to the anchor, like
for
2 miles.
For a cruising boat, these are really good
motors.
Plus, you don't need any gasoline, so you have zero gasoline on the boat, which is super dangerous.
Yes.
I actually really like this. Good use of space.
So we, as a standard, maybe talking about a little bit of specification. What you see here is our standard specification.
Okay.
So we have very few options. In the Lazarette with the autopilots, 2 independent autopilot systems are our standard.
Oh, really?
So you just switch from one to the other one.
They're already set up on one on each quadrant.
Yes.
Cool, perfect.
Yeah, we use now, this one is still a rotary, but now we use a linear.
The electric linear drives?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, perfect.
Sometimes we do antenna pole here
Okay.
with Starlink or, but now, you know, the antennas getting smaller and smaller, so we can also integrate antennas in the roof.
Oh yeah, that's
and
a good
add
idea.
additional solar panels.
Everybody wants that.
Yeah. Existing panels we have. This would go
Ooh,
on the.
it's pretty.
Yeah, it only to start, but then
Yeah.
you know what I do? I put it on a winch.
You put it on the winch.
Yeah.
And then you just tighten it up. Oh, there you go. Oh yeah, let the motor do the work. Let's go inside. Let's
Okay.
see inside.
Okay. 2 steps, 3 heights.
Easy.
Yeah. So connection is there. Cockpit to salon. Galley with 4 fridges. We have a daily fridge. We have a storage fridge.
Anna likes that.
Yeah. And there is a top loading fridge and extra working space.
Oh wow, that's a good idea.
Top loading for this one can go to -10.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. This one is water cooled. The night watch position.
Oh, I like that. I'm gonna have to test that
So
out, my friend.
with the bow view, you see the bow.
Right here.
Yes.
This is the spot.
You have fresh air if you need
Oh yeah.
for seasickness or you know to feel good.
Just to have fresh air.
View to the J1 tailtails and the mainsail top.
Windex.
Yes. Autopilot. Navigation.
Jeez, that's a
and
screen.
all
Oh
the
my
data, yeah. Yeah. This is a industrial touch screen, and you can take it out.
What?
Yes, and put
Cool.
it as a TV.
Oh my god, that's a great idea.
So
I'm gonna copy that one. This is awesome. Look at that.
here, you know, to watch TV, you need the space. You need a lounger. You lower the table.
This is a big table. Yeah, perfect. Oh, and this makes one big bed.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Okay. Yes, we do it like this. And
right.
the good thing is you use the backrest
And it's just one piece.
and it's done.
And now you have a cuddle puddle.
Yes, and we
For the
I
whole
mean we
crew.
supply a big sheet to connect everything together, and that's
That's the out to sea bed.
Yeah, exactly.
This is where you and your wife are sleeping when you're
Yes.
underway,
And-
for sure.
Yes, and you know the long stretches are tiring for the body. Normally you're on one side, and
Yeah.
to compensate that, we have a solution.
Oh, no way! No! That's awesome. So you don't need lee cloths. You can just...
No, not here. The whole city moves for 11 degrees both sides.
So you just level the bed.
Exactly.
That
And
is
it
a
really works, huh?
trip. You know, when I had my cat, we had this set up. I mean, it was a smaller setup.
Yeah.
And I told myself I would never buy a boat that didn't have that.
Yeah.
My next boat doesn't have that. So I have a round settee, and I have to sleep. If you do sleep on it, you're sleeping like this.
Yeah,
you know, and
sure,
it
sure.
sucks. And
Yeah,
I miss having something
Here,
like this.
here you can actually sleep also in this direction.
And you can watch TV and watch
yes,
movie as a
yes,
couple,
yeah,
which is
yeah,
such a
yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
You know, you don't think about that when you're at the boat show, but this is so important.
Yeah.
Cool, I love it. Tilting, beautiful,
All right.
easy to put away too.
Yeah, sure.
So when you said you had a gimbaling table, that's what you meant, right?
Yes, exactly. So normally, you know, after one day at Hill, people started understanding this, you know, and it's more and more people around the table, you know, on a city. Because you prepare your food, you do whatever, you sleep at level.
That's a game changer. I wonder how many people are going to copy this.
So, yeah, no aft cabins.
Yeah, that's different.
But the idea is that this boat is for two plus friends, plus kids.
You don't really have as many people visiting you as you think you do when you're cruising. Everybody thinks they're going to have all these people come.
Never.
They never do. They never show up.
Exactly.
To be completely honest.
Exactly.
Even
yeah.
your kids, they don't want to go with you either.
Yeah.
Let's see the sleeping accommodations.
So corridor, at first it seems a waste of space, but it's very useful because you can lock yourself and change your clothes and do whatever.
More boats should have a
Yeah,
place
exactly,
for your...
exactly. I just came from sailing Fastnet last month, and to be honest, I was dreaming about something like this where you can lock yourself. So this is now an owner's suite with. I mean, we have different versions. This one has a full width bed, 1 meter 80 by 2 meter 5 is the bed size. We have a solution of separate beds, and you can move one bed for, let's say, friends, or you can move the bed closer to the other one, and you get a 1 meter 60 normal double bed.
Yep.
Toilet with shower.
Oh yeah, perfect.
This boat is a little bit different. The family is planning to go sailing around the world, so they made themselves a closed cabin for kids or friends. So you don't need lee cloth.
Oh yeah.
But normally what we do, where I'm standing now, in our, let's say, standard layout, this is a guest shower with same door, and the bed, the bunk is open, so there is no longitudinal bulkhead here. So this is a kind of a open cabin.
Okay.
With possibility for another bunk or a shelf for storage.
And it looks like you actually thought about the storage too. There's plenty of storage.
I mean, you need, you can have storage or you can have easily access storage. For example, this upper lockers, of course it's considered as a storage, but it's, to go on your knees and crawl there, it's not really comfort, I would say. Yeah. So that's why we like such easily access storage lockers.
Beautiful.
Okay, this will be a guest toilet, but as this boat has a cabin here and no shower, we made another door here to access the shower area of the owners.
Perfect.
No.
And what is this now?
The guest toilet.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
So
the toilet is there, but shower is used.
I get what you're saying. I'm sorry.
Yeah. And then
because they wanted to close this off and make this its own room. That's the shower and toilet setup.
Front cabin, that's for me a marina cabin. For the blue water, this is storage.
This is where you put the people that are freeloaders.
Yeah.
Coming on your boat and not paying anything. That's where they go.
Sometimes we do a watertight sailcloth back, which we hang in 4 points.
Oh, that's a good idea for the spinnaker.
Spinnaker, fenders, bikes.
Perfect. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, so everything what can go through the hatch
you make this
is inside and it's protected against the humidity.
That's a good idea.
And things
you have a huge sail locker for where you really need it. Exactly. And then when you need some crew, you can
you just clean this,
that's
dry
a great idea.
And,
I mean, almost as good as the gimbaled settee out there.
Yeah, and that's all of
I love it.
Interior.
I love it.
I mean, needless to say that we care about keeping weight. Here underneath we have a diesel tank. And the 2 water tanks are also next to the keel, so the weight is kept in the center as much as possible, as much as feasible.
Wow, I love it. I'm impressed. If you're going to design a boat to go offshore fast for 2 people, this is kind of a dream boat for a racer that wants to sail around the world with his wife. I
have something to show you. The owner of Pegasus 50 number 3 last week finished non-stop direct sailing from Valencia to Cape Town.
Oh wow!
Altogether, something over 8,000 miles.
Yeah, all the way down.
So Gibraltar down to Cape Verde, Brazil, and back.
Yeah, you have to do that.
Yeah, 8,000. So he was 7,468 miles on the way, and he had 715 average speed on this 7,000. and maximum 1932.
Jesus.
But you know, the good thing is, he said, I never saw this number. I must have been sleeping.
Yeah.
That's Markus Moser, a Swiss guy, our real cool ambassador. He won also Oster race from Plymouth, southwest England, south of Greenland to New York. That used to be a famous race with really big names of sailing being there on the wall of the race. So Markus is, with Pegasus 50, is one of them.
Sweet.
Yes.
That's awesome. You must be proud.
Yes. Yeah, very proud. Honestly, I'm proud that the boat survived.
Yeah.
It was 21 days, upwind, 30 knots, up to 5 meters waves. So every 3 seconds,
Brutal.
bam!
Brutal.
You know, we were. I was talking to him. He spent most of the time here. The outer temperature 0, fog,
Oh boy.
and 100% humidity. Water over. I was talking to him every couple of hours. He was spending his time here and cooking. Sometimes the food went around. You know,
Yeah,
it's
of course.
crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy, and both survived. I mean,
Boat's okay.
We
No
had
structural
some,
damage?
structurally nothing.
Oh, that's good. So,
Yeah.
so let's talk about the structure of the boat.
Yes.
Do you have a watertight bulkhead in front?
Yes, we have in general, boat is composite construction, hybrid between carbon and glass.
Oh, really?
We use carbon where it pays off. Carbon as material is approximately 25 times per kilogram more expensive than glass. So we try to build light, but not for all costs.
Yeah.
Right? So we use carbon where it's needed. Everything is vacuum infusion.
Cool.
Right? So even these smaller parts you see here, this is all infused, because this is the way how you reduce weight.
And make the most perfect.
Yeah, some non-structural parts are irrelevant, but you use less resin, and you can't save the weight in one location. You can save a lot of everywhere, and then it ends, let's say, lighter than others.
So when you're building like that,
Yes.
do you need a structural bulkhead? I see you don't.
Yeah. All bulkheads are composite.
Okay, so it's all one structure, the whole boat
all
and the
bulkheads
furniture.
are laminated between themselves and to the hull and deck.
Okay.
Hull and deck is also laminated together from inside and also from outside. So the boat as a structure in 50 years will be the same as today.
It's one huge piece
Yes,
you've put
yes.
together. Very cool. Marco, thank you very much for your time.
Thank
have
you
a
for
very cool
stopping
boat.
by.
Yeah, I'm very impressed. I want one. I want to sail on one.
Yeah, let's
me on
talk.
one.
Huh? Yeah,
Yeah.
let's talk. I'm really I'm impressed with your logbook, with your miles.
I would love to sail on your
Yeah,
boat. You tell me when, and I'll fly in and be on the crew for you.
Let's talk about that.
Okay. So, where does this leave us with the Pegasus? If your definition of cruising is grinding to weather for days on end and loading the boat to the gills, this probably isn't your boat. I still don't love the flat hull for sustained upwind work, and I think you'd feel that pretty quickly if that's how you sail, if you really like to go upwind, which is crazy because nobody likes to go upwind. But here's the shift for me. After spending some time on board, I'm no longer convinced that it makes a bad long-term cruising boat. It's just, it makes a different one. So if you sail smart, if you pick your weather, if you accept that you're not going to beat against the trade winds, what you get in return is this boat that's incredibly fast, incredibly easy to handle, thoughtfully laid out, and genuinely comfortable to live on. This boat, for me, kind of feels like it was engineered around the human, not a boat that's engineered separate from it. Do you understand? And that kind of engineering matters. This is one of those designs that forces you to question whether discomfort has become a proxy for serious in offshore sailing, and whether that always needs to be true for every person. And speaking of that, I wouldn't choose this boat for every sailor. This isn't the right boat I'd take into the Southern Ocean. But for that sailor, for someone that values simplicity and comfort and speed and fun, and is honest about how they want to sail, I think the Pegasus 50 has a home there, and it could make a very compelling long-term cruising platform. And I'll say this without hesitation, I would absolutely love to take one offshore and see what it can really do. So Marco, if you're listening, I'd like to come aboard your boat, bud. Thanks for watching. Much love.